My name is Martin and welcome to video 2 where I will demonstrate how to find all the bulletins in AutoFrontal. In this video I will demonstrate how to find a bulletin using whatever information you have on the problem that you wish to solve. This information could be fault codes, symptoms, or maybe systems. Now there's a reason why there's more than one way to search for a bulletin. And this is because the hotline team at AutoFrontal, they have used and improved this software since the year 2001. Back then, the owner and founder of AutoFrontal, Mr. Frank Dunslot, he realized that his team needed a tool like this to collect all of the information that they received in their hotline by helping the independent workshops to diagnose the cars. You can hear more about this fascinating story in another video coming up. So let's get started by identifying the car that we want to work on. Now there are 3 ways you can identify the car. And the first way is by using the license plate. This feature is available in the following countries: and the second way is to do a manual search. You here select all the variants for the car one by one. The third way is to just select some of the previous selected vehicles from the list. Once you have selected the proper vehicle, you go to the bulletin section. You should always try to search in this field. This is the search engine. So let's take an example and try to find a bulletin using a fault code. This search came up with 2 options. You have a general bulletin and you have a specific bulletin. So let's start with the specific bulletin to get the exact information on the car that you are working on. Let's try to take another example. If you want to have another search, remember to press the reset button. And this again is a search engine, so you can type in whatever information that you're looking for. Let's take, for example, a customer complaint about oil consumption. This time the search came up with more than one bulletin. In the top you find the critical bulletins, and these are the information that I highly recommend you to see. Next we have specific bulletins, and last we have general bulletins. And as you can see, we also have them sorted by popularity. Now let's say that you have struggled on an engine problem and you have searched for fault codes, symptoms, customer complaints, and you can't find any information that leads you to a result. Then the next thing you could do to find inspiration is to go to the category and choose engine. Here you'll see all of the information that we have on this engine that you're working on. Again, in the top you find the critical bulletins, the very important, and then you have the specific, and last we have the general. As a default, we always sort by popularity. We can change this to newest bulletins, or perhaps by name, alphabetic. Sometimes all you have is a symptom. This symptom could be engine won't start. And then later you realize that there's no communication between the engine control module and your diagnostic tool. And we know these faults, they can take a while to find. So if it was a known fault, it could save you a lot of time if you knew where to start your diagnose. And here's how you find a symptom like this. do this search and we want to choose the popularity again. And we can see on the top we have a very popular one. This can cause all sorts of trouble codes. And think about how much time you could save if you knew that this was a problem on the car. Last but not least, we have the fault code section. And this covers more than 175,000 fault codes. But it's more than that. It also gives you the possibility to search for a fault code and see if there's any bulletins on all car brands on this fault code. So you can find a lot of inspiration scrolling down these bulletins on all car brands. So be aware that this is not a specific search on the car that you are working on, it's for inspiration on all car brands. Worst case scenario, you don't find any information in here that helps. This can also happen, and I always say this is great news. This means that you're not wasting your time on trying to find a known fault. Now you can use all of your expensive equipment and your never-ending education to track this fault the good old way. And when you find this fault, you could ask yourself, could this happen to other cars and therefore be worth to write a bulletin about? Then please send in a tip to us and I will show you how to do that in the next video. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to watch the next video where I will demonstrate how to prevent known errors from occurring before it's too late. And if you like self-study programs for mechanics, then you're gonna love this feature I will show you more about on the next video. Bye for now.